Well, good morning, friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Crystal, and this is Homemaking on the Homestead. And today is Friday, so we're going to do a little coffee with Crystal, Chatty Kitchen Table Talk. I have a few little things to chat with you about. One is finding my one word for the year. I also have some more planning and organizing things to share with you, and a few other things. So grab your cup of coffee and let's chat. Well, it is a gray and rainy start to this year. Today the rain is coming down, the skies are all gray. I have all my lights on in the house because that is one thing I find is very helpful on these kind of Pacific Northwest gray days, is to have as much light as possible around me. It just, I don't know, it does something for my mood, and I appreciate all the light. Well, one thing we have not had much of this year is snow up to this point. We had one snowfall that kind of came in all of a sudden and then melted the next day. And usually, you know, we've had at least more than that and some pretty cold weather. I don't even know if we've gotten down to freezing yet, which is unusual. They said the record for December was set with December being the rainiest month and the warmest December that they had had in many, many years. So what will January bring? I have no idea. Will we finally get some snow? Will we get some cold weather? I kind of hope that we do, and just so that the bugs aren't as bad and things like that in the springtime. But we'll just wait and see. At least the roads have been clear, and I would actually rather be dealing with rain than to be dealing with snow and plowing the driveway and difficult roads to drive and things like that. So, you know, you just gotta take it as it comes, right? What is winter looking like for you guys? Have you had snow? Have you had, the rain or the, beautiful temperatures? Maybe you're in the south. My daughter down in Arizona is still getting temperatures in the 60s and 70s. So if you ask me, that sounds pretty good too. So I don't know. We've always said, oh, we're going to head to Arizona in the winter, but then winter comes and we just tend to kind of just snuggle into it, I guess is the best way to put it, and appreciate each season for what it is and what it provides for our area. All right, ladies, let's talk about the kitchen a little bit. What kind of things do you have going on in your kitchen, and what are you serving for dinner tonight? I have been doing, probably in the last couple of weeks, I've been doing a bit of canning. I like to call it my winter canning campaign that I'm currently on. I'll probably be sharing what I've been doing in the next video, but what I made yesterday was some beef stroganoff and canned that, and I got 5 jars and I was so happy. And then when I took them out and they had cooled for a while, I realized that one jar did not seal. So I was a little disappointed about that because I haven't had a jar that didn't seal for quite a while. But the bright side of it is that's going to be dinner tonight. So we're going to have beef stroganoff, and this was a canning recipe I had never tried before, so it will give me the opportunity to try it. I'm pretty sure it'll be good, but we'll see, and I'll be able to include that in the video and show you all about that in the next video I do on winter canning. Other than that, I haven't had a whole lot going on in my kitchen lately. I seem like I've been busy around the house and taking care of, miscellaneous things. The last week of December, we went to see my mother-in-law. It was her 88th birthday. And so, we just had a lot going on, and I haven't really gotten into any, baking projects or had time to sew or anything like that. I'm hoping that life settles down now and I can get back to doing some of those things. I always like to have winter projects lined up and winter books to read. And I kind of pulled out of my stack 3 books. One of them is brand new, and the other 2 I've had on my shelf for a while. In fact, one of them I talked to you about, but I hadn't got to reading it yet. So I'm just going to quickly share what my January reading list is looking like right now. The book that I just bought, and I'm really excited to go through this book and see what kind of good things are in there. I will end up doing a book review, I'm sure, on it. It is The Farm Girl's Guide to Preserving the Harvest. And it's got all kinds of things on canning and freezing and drying and smoking and fermenting and all those good things that really get me excited. So yeah, this one, isn't like read it from front to back cover, but I'm excited to at least delve into this and see what kind of good stuff she has in here. Oh, and it is by Anna Aceta Scott, with a foreword by Joel Salatin, if any of you are familiar with him. I will be letting you know what I think of this book and doing a review on it in a little while, in a few videos. This book is one that I told you about, and I did a review on it. It is The Remarkable Women of the Bible by Elizabeth George. What I liked about this book is you can kind of jump around, because it deals with individual women of the Bible, so it's not a front to back. And so I've already done 2 or 3 of the women of the Bible and really enjoyed her perspective and take on them. So I'm excited to finish reading this one. And the other one that I just started, I've had it for a while, it's been sitting on my shelf, and I thought, I really need to read that one. This is called Passionate Housewives Desperate for God. It was written in the 90s. The authors, where are their names? Okay, the authors, I had to go find their names. It's not on the front like most books. Jenny Chansey and Stacy McDonald. The Vision Forum is what put this book out. Fresh Vision for the Hopeful Homemaker. So I read the introduction this morning, so I've just started it. Again, it'll be a book review after I finish reading it. But I like what I read so far. But we'll see what the rest of how the rest of the book goes and what I think of it. But anyway, so that's my January lineup for reading, as well as I'm just a sucker for cozy mystery novels, and so usually I do those in ebook form, audio book form, and because I love listening to it when I'm working around the house or working in the kitchen or something like that. And so I am currently doing an Amelia Peabody cozy murder mystery. If anybody's interested, I will give you a link to those, a few of those types of books that I have really enjoyed. This is the 3rd Amelia Peabody murder mystery, and the first 2 were excellent. This one is excellent. The narrator is what really makes the book. She is a fantastic narrator. So I've had a lot of fun listening to those. They are available free on YouTube. So like I said, if you're interested, let me know in the comments and I will give you a link to those things. Also down in the comments, let me know what kind of books are you reading right now and what is your January lineup looking like. So at the end of December, I talked to you guys about my daily planner organization method that I use. I even did a short video showing it, and I just want to briefly give you another peek at it. These were the new notebooks that I bought. I have 4 of them. The 4th one I'm currently using, which has my notes for today's video. I really liked the pastel colors on all these notebooks. It made them pretty fun. So I currently have this one. Is going to be used for my YouTube planning, and this one is my daily do's planning. But here's the fun thing. I had mentioned in my video before Christmas when I talked about all this about the only thing that these things were lacking was a calendar. Well, guess what? I solved that problem. And I'm going to show you what I did. I made my own calendars. So I made these calendars, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I have them in 2 per page, as you can see. So what I did is I kind of just cut them in half, rounded the corners, trimmed them to fit, and then glued them. I glued January's onto my notebook. So now I have that. I've already got a few notes written down on it. So my intention with these calendars is to then, utilize the notebook. And when I get to the end of January, I'm going to just glue February's calendar. So I'm not giving myself a certain amount of pages. I'm just going to add the calendars as I move along in the year. I had a lot of fun making these, as I said. Each month I put a little scripture verse on the top. And so I decided after I made them that I wanted to be able to offer them to you guys. If you are looking for a printable calendar, haven't found one yet, you might want to check out my link. They are free, and you can download January through December 2024 and use them in any way that you want. Now, not everybody uses these small notebooks, I realize. So I also went ahead and just did them with 1 month per page. And I also have the link to that. So you can hang them on your refrigerator, put them in your notebook, or do something like that. So if you are interested in those free calendars, the links are in the description box below. One thing that I always do at the end of every year is figure out what my one word is for the upcoming year. So this has been a trend that's been going on for many, many years now. And I usually try to have a word ready for every year. I always pray about my word and try to find something that I feel will be meaningful to me throughout the year to contemplate, think on, pray about. However, I choose to use the word. I have used words like joy. I've used words like focused, purpose, and they're just something that I think about. I can write them down in my notebooks. I can, utilize the word any way that I feel would be the best for my life. So as I was going through December, I just wasn't coming up with any word, and I was like, okay, Lord, what should be my word? Maybe I just won't do it this year. And by the way, I shared a video about how that one word really made an impact on my life one year, and I will share that. Which way? I was right to begin with. I will share that video up here because I also tell a story of a very, very difficult year in my life and how that word really impacted me and played a huge role in my recovery. And so, I really do kind of take my word seriously. I also thought this year it would be great to have a scripture verse for the year as well. Something that went with my word. But again, I wasn't coming up with my word. Christmas Eve service at church. It wasn't the evening service. It was a Sunday, so we went in the morning, and I was so moved by the pastor's message that morning that all of a sudden my word just there it was. And that's the thing when I have prayed about these words. It's like all of a sudden it just hits me. Yes, this is the word, and I found it. Okay, so my word for 2024 is the word seek. And the pastor was doing a wonderful sermon on, basically wise men still seek him. And just really went into a lot of depth and detail about the magi that were coming and, just the impact that it had on obviously King Herod and the Jewish leaders of that time. But, I'm not going to go through his whole sermon in this morning's Coffee with Crystal, but it just made me realize what a great word seek is when we are seeking something. And what I decided, and it could be anything. For me, it is going to be that focus on seeking, continuing to, or maybe improving my walk with the Lord, seeking the Lord in that relationship even more so through 2024 by Bible study, prayer, books, anything that draws me closer to the Lord. I am going to be seeking those things. The word can take on different meanings too as the year goes by. I could be seeking to be a better homemaker. I could be seeking to be a better wife. I could be seeking to be a better cook, there's just so many different ways that the word can be used. And so I have 2 scripture verses that I wanted to share because I found these both to go along with my word. One of them is Deuteronomy 4:29. But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him if you seek him with all your heart and with all your soul. I thought that was a very good verse that I'm going to write down in my notebook. One of my notebooks is going to be for journaling, Bible study, prayer requests, scripture verses, and things like that. I think my main verse for 2024, though, is going to be from Jeremiah 29:13. And you will seek me and find me when you search for me with all your heart. What an amazing promise that is, you know? If you are feeling lost, if you are feeling, just stagnant in where you are, if you are feeling like not connected with God and you don't know what to do, and that's just an amazing promise to us. If we seek Him, we will find Him. And that is my goal, my verse, and my word for the year. Okay, ladies, let me know in the comment what you got going on, how your year is starting out. Let's get the conversation going. And, do you have a word? Is that something that you do? Have you thought about it? Do you have a verse you pick out? Do you do anything like that? And if you don't, that's okay too. I just like to share what I do in hopes of it being encouraging to somebody else. It's just one of those things I've always done. And don't forget, calendars are in the description box below. As the month goes on, if I print anything else out or if I create anything else to be printed out for my notebook creation this year, I will certainly be sharing it all with you. I hope you ladies have an awesome and blessed day, an amazing weekend. And I know that's a lot of adjectives, isn't it? but I truly do. And I appreciate each and every one of you so much. And am just really excited and happy to start off this new year with you. All right. I will see all of you in my next video. Bye-bye.